Good day to you, Worthington Middle School. This is Mr. Burns, and I noticed that some of us are really struggling with simplifying fractions. So I thought I'd give us a couple quick examples of how to do that. Let me grab a color here. Okay, so here we have the fraction 28/35. And as I look at both of those numbers, I'm realizing that a common divisor that they have is number 7. So I can divide both of these by 7. So 28 divided by 7 is 4, and 35 divided by 7 is 5. So now we're in lowest terms. That's how to simplify a fraction. Let's do another example. All right, I'm liking this one. 150 over 48. 150 48. It's an improper fraction, but we're still going to use the same basic process of simplifying. So let me grab a pencil here. Yeah, let's see. I know that 3 is going to go into both of these numbers. I could do 2, and that would work just fine. It would just take me a couple extra steps. Even using 3 is probably going to take me a few extra steps. The reason I know 3 works is I did 48 divided by 3 the other day with a kid, and I know that answer is 16 because I have a good memory. So what is 150 divided by 3? We get 50. Okay, so we need to keep going. Let's take a 2 out of both of these. And our answer there, when I divide both of these in half, is 25/8. Final step is going to be to take that 25 and divide it by 8. 8 will go into there 3 times. 8 times 3 is 24. When we subtract, we get 1 left over. So let's put our answer all together. We have 3 as our whole number. We're dividing by 8, so 8 goes on the bottom of my fraction. My leftover piece is 1, so I have 3 and 1/8. We're going to do yet another example. Here's example number 3. We have 15/50, and I can divide both of these numbers by 5. 5 is a common factor. So 15 divided by 5 is 3. And 50 divided by 5 is 10. So when I simplify 15/50, I get 3/10. I can't go any lower than that, so that's my answer. Let's do one more example. All right, final example. I have 40/64. I could divide by 2, and that would work. But I'm always trying to look for the biggest factor. A factor is just simply I can take one number and divide it evenly by a factor. That's the other number. When I think about these two numbers, 40 and 64, well, I know 8 goes into 64, and oh, guess what? It also goes into 40. So let's divide both of our numbers by 8. 40 divided by 8 is 5. 64 divided by 8 is 8. So that is that number simplified. This is really easy to do, and feel free to watch this video as many times as it takes until you can simplify a fraction too.